Sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? Take the block and turn it into a tool, like taking it beyond just simple punching abilities and turning it into some speedy breaker. Is such a thing possible? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I do have a good lead. So here's our lead. If we go to the give command and we go to the components added in 1.20.5, you'll notice there's a weird component here. Tool. What? What does that do? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but probably something. No key rules. There is some big tag in here that we can put a bunch of stuff in, and we're gonna learn what we can put in there and what effects it will have today. Maybe it'll even give us an opportunity to upgrade our breaking and placing thing that we have for command blocks right now. Well, this ought to be funny. Okay, so we're not gonna put anything in the rules just yet. First, we're going to change an option called default mining speed. So it accepts a double. So I believe 1.0 is base. So we're gonna make it a fast number. So now we have a piece of dirt that is considered a tool. Oh, it works. Oh man, look at that speed. Whoa. What? Oh man, this is gonna be silly. Oh man, oh my goodness. I should probably name these pieces of dirt so I can actually distinguish them. Because we're not really doing any trade-offs right now. So I'll just slap in a custom name here. There we go. The most powerful piece of dirt. Okay, that is definitely stupid fast. Let's see. So the question that I'm sure jumps to everybody's mind is how fast can this thing go? So let's try 50. I mean, okay, that's not really that surprising, I suppose. I was wondering if it was gonna just like break as many blocks as you're even looking at. It seems like it has a cap, because I feel like 50 would be a lot faster than this. Don't get me wrong, like it's pretty fast, but... Okay, here's an experiment. So I have two pieces of dirt here. One of them has mining speed 500 and one of them has mining speed 50. Can you tell which is which? I don't think I can. There must be a cap then. If you can tell, you've got good eyes, I guess. Because honestly, I've forgotten which is which. So, I mean, if it's not possible to tell, then it probably doesn't make a big enough difference to worry about. So as it stands, this thing has no durability, meaning we could use it forever, but there's an option here called damage per block. So I'm really curious if this will even work on something like a piece of dirt. It looks like a no. So we can't really give it durability. That's a bit of a downside, because that could have been an option for balancing. Okay, so we can mine anything faster, but that doesn't, you know, give us drops, for example. And that is where the rules come in. And apparently also the rain. Ooh. Oh, that Enderman scared me. So this also is pretty simple. There's a blocks tag and a speed tag. So what we can do is we can give it a list of blocks. Whoops. So we'll say Minecraft stone bricks because they're right here. We'll say grass block 2. And then what we can do is we can define an extra speed thing. So if the default speed is 5, we can set it to be 50 for mining these special blocks. So if we mine a... Oh yeah, these are not real. I was gonna mine them. Do we have something? So if we mine wood, it's pretty fast, but if we mine stone bricks, it would help if I used the tool I just made. Okay, if we mine this, it's like, you know, it's semi-fast, but if we mine stone bricks, it's practically instant. Doesn't solve the block drop problem until we add the final rules option, which is just correct for drops, I think. Well, yeah, it's yellow. So I think if we do that, it will say, it basically tells the game that we're using the correct tool. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's pretty cool. And I believe, oh wait, this isn't a good example because that always drops its block. Oh, wait, we have stairs here. This will work. So anything that's not on the list, it still mines it slow and it still doesn't drop. Grass, oh, interesting. So grass drops as dirt. So it doesn't like automatically calculate any enchantments, which I'm betting we can add enchantments to this thing. You know what I'm curious about? So here, let me demonstrate something. So we got fireworks, right? Let's enchant these fireworks with Silk Touch. That shouldn't work, right? Well, guess what? It doesn't. But because this is considered a tool, I'm curious, can this be given Silk Touch? Dirt cannot support that enchantment. Okay. This is really, really weird stuff. All right, I'm curious. Can I just... Wait, I need something that... Pickaxe related. Fortune 2. Yeah, sure. Okay. Dirt. Fortune 2. Okay, so you have to forcibly put enchants on it. You can't just have it be like a regular tool that you can just enchant through normal means. Okay, okay. So here's where I get really curious. So I mentioned the breaking the command blocks thing. That's inspired by this comment. It's basically suggesting a 1.21 snapshot. There's some new features in there, but it gave me an idea for the current 1.20.6 that we're on here, messing with all this tool stuff. So if we have a normal tool, you know, pickaxe can't break this, right? You know, nothing can break it. Shovel, axe, sword, nothing can break it. This dirt block can't break it. But my curiosity here is, what if a command block is in the list of breakable things? Oh, whoops, it's too long. Does that allow it, like, it's in the list, can we then... Oh, wait, I have no clue which thing it is. All right, let's check all these. Can it break it? No. So it effectively still follows the same rules as normal tools, which is you can't break command blocks. Man, oh, that would have been so cool. But do you think we would give up so easily? Not on this channel. No, no, no. So there is another component that I learned about, I don't know how long it's been, maybe like, 2 seconds ago or so. Oh man, I'm running out of space again? Actually, I guess I could delete this. There's something I wanted to try. This is also new to 1.20.6. It's a lot less interesting, but you can set the rarity of items, which changes their color. So I don't know what rare is, but we'll try that. And this is the thing I learned about, I guess 30 seconds ago now. You can set max damage of an item somehow. Wait, not like that. Item cannot be both damageable and stackable. So because it's a dirt block, it fails. Is that what's happening here? Oh? Well, hang on. Max stack size I set to 1. Another new thing for 1.20.6. Man, we are not giving up. Oh, that worked. Oh, so blue is rare. Got it. Wait, so max damage is 1. That means it should break like right after using it on dirt. So that did not work. Oh, you can still place it. And now it's a regular dirt block. Interesting. I'm being thwarted. I have a weird idea here. See how it keeps saying that I set my own game mode to adventure mode? If I was adventure mode, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't say that. So we have to disable the command block thing because it automatically puts me in survival. And then if I go into adventure, I should be able... It says I can break a command block. And I'm curious if this works in adventure. It doesn't look like it. So adventure mode's out. Phooey. I've tried a lot of stuff, including a special water bucket I was thinking since because you can't stack water buckets, like full ones, I might be able to do max damage stuff and test for durability. And I don't know, I've tried all kinds of stuff. And the short of it is command blocks have a hardness of -1. Every single other breakable block in the game has a hardness of some positive number. So with a hardness of -1, no tool, even a special command tool, cannot break this. It can only be broken with commands, direct commands like a set block, you know, if we set that to air, it would delete it. Bam. Wait, why did I do that? These were expensive to make. Okay, that was dumb. So either that, or if we're in creative mode, it is also possible. Oh, I need another one. Yeah, we'll break this. If you're in creative mode, you can break as well. But I have a bit of an idea. I got the idea when I was holding left click on the command block here with the dirt block. You'll notice it keeps clicking, but watch what happens with the regular command block. I click and hold, and it only clicks once. That is because there's something around our head when we hold a command block. In fact, that is actually the entity that's used to detect right clicking. And if I right click once, you can see how it goes away. And it actually puts me into creative mode for a split second. And so if I double click fast enough, that wasn't fast enough, then I can edit the command block. But what if we repurpose this entity to also detect left clicks? So we could theoretically use this command block like a tool, even though it's not using this specific tool tag, which is still cool. I haven't quite figured out a use for that yet. And so we could potentially break command blocks with other command blocks, and then all of the other tools would just interact normally, which is basically not at all. So a little refresher, interaction entities, they have two tags that we care about. One is the interaction tag, that's right clicking. And the one that we're interested in right now is the attack tag, which is for left clicking. Okay, so I put about the minimum amount of effort you can put into something like this, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm basically just reusing code that I made for like the whole like shift clicking, so it might be weird, but we'll see what happens. What? Oh, what? They have different amounts of components. What in the world? Wait, so what happened? Wait, I think that's working. The reason that I'm so confused is because normally, if you're in creative mode, which we are right now, and you break a block, nothing drops. So the fact that something was... Oops. I need more command blocks. Oh, wait a second. That's a bit of an issue because if you don't have any command blocks in your hand, you can't break it. That's kind of the advantage of doing it this way, where you have to be not holding it. Well, it might be okay because with a small zombie. We will get back to Pokemobs, don't you worry. I've been doing some stuff in the background, making sure things work. Which actually reminds me, there's a poll in the video. I guess I'm just gonna snag this one. There's a poll in the video to check if you guys like continuity, like same type of content each episode. Like we did Pokemobs last episode, so we do Pokemobs this episode type thing until we, you know, make a lot of progress on it. Or do you prefer variety, like Pokemobs last episode and breaking and tool and stuff like this, you know? Which do you prefer? So let me know, that'd be super helpful. Anyways, so it looks like this is working. I think the reason that it's happening instantly is because normally it's based on shifting. So normally like I'm holding shift and it detects when I'm not shifting to break the block. But since, you know, we're not shifting at all, like in the first place, it just breaks it immediately. Oh wait, does it only work if we're on top? Oh, now that's funky. Well, in any case, my ultimate goal here, I think, is to have the first click create this. So effectively you would have to confirm you want to break it, right? So we click it once, this shows up, and then if we click it a second time, it would break. Right now it's cycling through the stages so fast. I know that any of you who have used command blocks have totally done this, where you're just like, you're editing command blocks, you're like, putting stuff in, editing all the command blocks, you hit done, and then you hit done. Let's say that we're on top. Hit done, and you hit done twice, and you're like, oh no, that had like 3 hours of work put into that single command block. That's why we want the first click to like set it up, and then the second one to actually confirm it. All right, let's give this a shot. I did very, very little effort again, so it might not work. Okay, it's flickering now, which is actually what we want, believe it or not. It's not showing up the outline though. Ah. Okay, so it was a positioning error because of how I changed things. All right, sweet. So now it should work from the side. Okay, so we're pretty much where we need to be. We're only missing the last step. So we can see that the command block gets detected correctly. And then we want the second click to be what deletes it. Right now it just adds more. I've tried a couple of different ways to remove this entity. One was a predicate, where like if I hit it, it disappears, but you can see that's not working. But then, nerd alert, I remembered a very, very cool command that I've always wanted to try, never had a reason to use it. Oh, and I should explain why we even need this command in the first place. So if, let's say that there's multiple players, right? And one player is breaking a block that's here. That's not me. I'm breaking this block. Now, if I click again to break this one, it shouldn't just detect the closest one, because that would be this one. And I don't want to break that. I want to break the one I'm looking at. So we need a way to detect the one I'm looking at and ignore the closer one. And because we need to ignore the closer one, there is a chance that this command may not work. So we have to see if it branches here. So it starts out pretty simple: execute as s, at s. I guess technically it'd probably be like at a or something like that. And then we do anchored eyes, which is pretty simple. So normal commands execute at your feet. That's like where they're positioned. But if we do anchored eyes, then it goes up to like where the blue line is. You can't really see it on my player model because I'm staring straight at the camera, but it'd be up like by that red bar. So that's pretty simple. But where the genius happens is when it says positioned. I got this off of the Minecraft commands wiki. I didn't come up with this. Somebody else clever did. So you do position, and then you do these relative coordinates. So this allows you, this is actually how I raycast. We won't go into that. Basically, if I put a 1 here, then it goes 1 block in the direction I'm facing. In fact, let me demonstrate this. Hopefully this doesn't destroy anything important. Ow. So you can see 1 block in the direction I'm facing is not this block or this block, but it's a little bit off over in this direction. Hey, excuse you. So here's the part that we have to check if it branches. So after it goes 1 block in front of us, then we say facing, and we choose an entity. You can choose coordinates too, but in this case, we're using an entity. Now, if this entity requires us to do limit equals 1, we're in trouble. If we can just end it, oh, I think that means it branches. That's so good. So good. So basically this command branches. One of the commands will be looking at that one, and one of them will be looking at that one. Then we do anchored feet. And the reason we do anchored feet is because of a bug that I actually had to deal with already. If you do anchored eyes twice, rather than just staying at the eyes, it'll actually apply the same height change and then go up. That's why we weren't getting the hover from before. So you have to reset it at the feet if you want that to happen. But here's the final completion of the genius. So we anchor it at the feet. And remember, we're at the dirt block here, but anchored at the feet. And then we do positioned, and we do these relative coordinates, or they're not relative, they're local or something like that. And then we do -1. And so the reason that this is so clever is, well, actually, let's just set a block here. Oh yeah, you can see it placed 2 blocks, so it branched properly. But you'll notice that the blocks were placed in different locations. Because if you are facing this entity and you go back -1, you end up here. But if you're facing this entity and you go back -1, you end up here. So if we are standing at this location looking in this direction, this one will be false because it selects that block. And this one will be true because it selects this one where we are. Because then we just apply a test after this positioned and just say if entity, and we just test for ourselves in a very, very tiny distance. So 0.1 like that. So if we break these blocks and run this command again, but with the test this time, you'll notice it only places it in one location. If we're correctly facing, wait. Okay, so I think I explained it a little bit wrong, but the visuals were correct. So the first position command is actually supposed to go after the entity. So where I put the second one is actually where the first one goes. And then you do rotated as the original entity. And then you do the reverse check. So that probably works. Yep. Yeah, so that's why I was placing it at our head instead of our feet. Whoopsie. You can see why I messed it up though. It's a very complicated command and a very clever one. So I'll put the corrected one in the description as well as the wiki entry. But anyway, so now we can very easily get which one we're looking at. Uh-oh. Okay, I implemented everything and ta-da! Yeah, turns out. Well, let me show you. It works. It's just that there's two functions. Whoa, 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 what? Why is there so many guys? Where did you all come from? Why are you all so fast? Look at the tiny zombie. He's not even a baby zombie. He's just really short. Ow, he got me. As I was saying, there are two commands. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. So we put the command that we just made in use setup. But the thing that actually breaks it is block break here. And what I realized is while the fancy command can detect if we're looking at something, it can't target the thing that we're looking at. So we get this kind of behavior where this one disappears and this one just sticks around. That was a lot of overlays. Does this work now? Oh, I think it does. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was hard to do. And you know what? I had to make a big sacrifice. It's kind of sad. You know, our super cool command that I thought was so clever, I admired so much, and I so badly wanted to use it. Turns out it is useless for this scenario. I had to use a different... So you know how there's the overlay? Oops. Oh yeah, I have it set so if I look away, it just solves that problem. So the fact that it has the overlay means it already can get the location, and it turns out in the same function it gets the location, it also it targets me as well. So that's all in the same function. So we don't have to do any fancy anything. It's already been fancied, I guess. So there is definitely a little bit of bugginess, but I think that is mostly related to the interaction entity. I think, yeah, we can't right click and we can't left click. So sometimes if the interaction entity is just a little bit off, then there's some issues. That is a bug for another day though. But yeah, it's so nice. There's confirmation. Like you can be like, do I want, oh, I forgot. Okay, you can kind of select what block you want to delete as well, apparently. Anyway, so we basically have the command block functioning as a tool now, and in case you've forgotten, nothing else can break it. And if we hide hitboxes, then it's even more intuitive. Having stuff periodically show up is kind of weird. So that comment has inspired us to make a more intuitive way of breaking command blocks, just, you know, clicking on them. But we didn't get a chance to use that cool, like, tool thing. So I thought of somewhere that we could use them. So something interesting about structure voids, you can't see it at all. So structure voids you can actually break with anything. but I'm not actually sure if you can break it with the, oh, you can. Structure voids are not like command blocks. See how there's like a ton of structure voids here? We don't want to be confirmation clicking each one of those, you know, double clicking. It'd be nice if we could just like break them and it would drop. So my idea is this: what if rather than doing the double clicking, what if we create a tool that can drop the structure voids? Presumably it would be the command block and all the other creative items. We'll set that to true. So it should, I'm hoping, drop the structure void if we mine it. No, it doesn't. Ah, then we have nothing to use the cool new tool thing on. We're forced to double click. Oh, how sad. Well, I may not need a tool thing since I have this cool double click system, but I thought, hey, why not make something for you guys? So I have a command here. Wait, no, that's not the one. Or yes, it is the one. Okay, so there's a little bit of a secret here. So in the description, this command is there. You can copy paste it, but it's missing a block. So all you have to do is put in 2 double quotes, type in Deepslate and spell it correctly, unlike me, and then give yourself that item. And this is a special piece of dirt. Like obviously, you know what's gonna happen, right? But I put the speed just perfectly so that if you don't have haste 2, you can't insta-mine, but with haste 2, you can insta-mine with a piece of dirt. So just kind of a little for fun thing. And if you accidentally, you know, bop some redstone, you'll slow down. So everyone who just copies and pastes the description thing, they're gonna be like, what? This thing doesn't work. You guys know. So anyway, there you have it. Turning a block into a tool. Very, very cool. Obviously you can use this with just regular tools if you want to add additional features to them or whatever. There's definitely a lot of powerfulness here that we didn't have need of, but it's a very cool addition. I definitely like a lot of the changes 1.20.5 have made. Very, very cool. Anyway, I think that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed our very interesting... Oh, my inventory's full. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I haven't thought about trying to improve this this breakage thing in a long time, so I'm really glad that comment suggested it. And oh, by the way, don't forget the poll if you have an opinion on it, because I would like to know. I mean, I've been defaulting to doing a lot of random stuff, but if you guys prefer the continuous stuff, we can do that. And if you have opinions on what you want me to do next, there's 3 main things we can do. We can either keep working on Pokemobs, we can keep working on... I want a place to hang this up on the wall somewhere. I guess I could put it here. We can go back to the space dimension. That is not forgotten. Don't you worry. There we go. Awesome. And the third option is, of course, something new, something different. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. And that'll be all from me. So I'll catch you in the next one. Later, later.